In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do to generate some cash on the side using photography. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because normally I upload technical videos. Today's video is going to be more about business, I guess, because it's going to show you how you can do the 3 things that I would recommend to anyone else that wants to get started in making some extra money, part-time basis, using photography. Now, these aren't going to be theoretical things. These are things that actually work. I know that they work because these are the things that I did when I first got started. And in some cases, I'm still doing a lot of these things, so I know that they work. And this advice only applies to somebody that wants to run a little something on the side to make a few extra bucks. So the first thing that I would recommend to someone that wants to get started making some money with photography is to join up a micro stock site and start selling some stock images. And if you don't know what those are, I'm talking about sites such as iStock Photo, Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Getty, things like that. So the idea is that you upload as many images as possible to these sites, and then they make them available to anyone that wants to license your image. Now, typically, you don't get paid a lot when someone wants to license your image. It really does depend on the resolution, the size, the resolution, and how many times that image gets downloaded. So it could just be a few cents or it could be a few dollars. But the idea really is to have as many images up there as possible so that you're making a lot of small sales that then add up to a significant amount. Now, the second thing that I would recommend to someone that wants to get started is to start shooting events. And by that, I don't mean weddings and I don't mean birthday parties. I'm talking about business events. So when I first got started, I would contact different business groups such as BNI, which is a business networking group, and also the Chamber of Commerce in my area. And I would try to see if I could attend some of their functions and if they would let me photograph them. Now, normally they don't pay a photographer to go and shoot these events, but they're quite happy to swap an entry ticket for some images. And this is where a lot of your potential clients are going to come from. So when you turn up to these events, you make sure that you have some business card with you. And when you are photographing people, that you walk up to them and introduce yourself to them and make sure that you tell them that you're photographing the event. And that generally leads to some sort of conversation where you can introduce yourself and explain some of the things that you do. And then obviously swap business cards. And then you've made a connection, which you then should follow up on LinkedIn and try to develop that connection and that relationship to a point where potentially it could lead them to, or it could turn them into a client for you. Now, the third thing that I would recommend to someone that wants to get started making money with photography is to shoot some product. And product is really the ideal genre to get started in the industry, really, because typically how it works is that you get handed a product and then a brief and then a delivery date. So if you know that you've got 5-6 days to deliver these images, then you can work in your own schedule so it doesn't interfere with family life or your 9 to 5. So when I first got started, what I would normally do is I would just photograph things around the house. And if my family bought anything like a pair of shoes or some cosmetics, I would photograph it first before we took it out of the packaging. I would then photograph the products in as many different settings and different angles as possible. And then I would create 2 batches of those photographs. On one of those batches, I would remove all the logos or anything that's copyrighted, and then I would upload those to my stock library to make them available for anyone that wants to license the images. When you are uploading to a stock library, you cannot upload any logos or anything that's copyrighted, so that's why you need to remove them from that batch of images. Now, the second batch of images are for my social media platforms, so I would upload those in there. And in the post, I would make sure that I tag the manufacturer of that product to try and get them to see the photograph. Sometimes I would even send them a message just to let them know, hey, I've taken this image. My name is Dan. I hope you like it. And just leave it at that. And what often happens is that they will reshare that image so that you're getting advertising. But in a couple of instances, some of those people have actually turned into clients. So it works on a number of different ways. So those are the 3 things that I would recommend to someone that wants to get started making a little bit of extra cash on the side with their photography. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other things that you can do as well. And I don't normally make these type of videos with sort of money-related videos. But if you do want me to make any more of those, just let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so that's everything I have for you today. I hope that this has been useful. I was sort of thinking back about what would help me when I first got started, and this kind of information I would have found useful because there is so much information out there on the internet, and it's very difficult to know which bits to do and which bits not to do. So everything I've shared with you today, they're things that actually worked for me when I was first starting, and in a lot of the cases, I still do those things today to generate new income. So hopefully it's helped you as well. And don't forget to check out ministryopphoto.com, where you'll find links to all of my videos, as well as blog articles and free resources that you can download. So make sure you check it out. Now, that is everything that I have for you today. Please don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy the video. It really does make a difference to me. And also subscribe to the channel and click the little notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. So that's everything I have for you today. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.